Hi everyone, well Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to you. Now, at the end of each year on YouTube, I go through what I've done and we talk about maybe next year and what's going on, a little bit of a chat. Excuse the voice, I've just got a cold and a cough with the flu season. Is it that flu? Is it not? But I'll get through as best as I can. I've been holding this video off so that I didn't just keep coughing all the way through, but I've got to do it now. Right. I'm going to talk to you about many things, guys, but at first I'm going to talk about donations, so please stick with the video. I'm going to do donations first, then what we've done throughout the year, then I'm going to talk about donations again at the end, but it's very important that we get this donation stuff done at the beginning now. So if you want to donate to me to keep this channel going, or to get kit and different things, then please click the link pinned below. That will be a direct PayPal link or the email on the screen here. Now, the donations really help, guys. They really help me going, because as you know, my channel doesn't do loads. I don't earn much from the channel. It's a little bit of money here and there, and the donations do help. Now, I want you to remember or understand that I have no PayPal account, no Patreon account. People keep saying, Anthony, get Patreon, do this. I refuse to do it. I refuse to get a Patreon account. I will leave it on the goodwill of you guys to give me money at the end of the year to keep me going. I never put non-skippable ads on my videos. If there is one there, I didn't put it on. It's an auto thing, but I always take away unskippable ads. I hate unskippable ads, so I always put, you can skip this ad, and there's no Patreon, you don't have to pay for anything, I don't have any merchandise or anything like that. I just hope that at the end of the year, you guys are like, okay, we'll give you a couple of dollars. So I'm going to get off donations in a minute, but basically, guys, last year, I got only 8 people donated. I often get about 1,000 views. I have about 500 to 1,000 absolute solid supporters, and out of all of you, 8 people donated. Now I'm going to put the names on the video here, but it was McCarty who was the biggest donator. Now he has done an awesome, he gave me an awesome amount, and I don't want to disclose what it is. That's very personal and private to him, and it has helped me so much. I've bought the combat gear with that basically, and a brand new computer. The Samurai combat gear, which we're going to talk about in a minute, he has pretty much bought, and of course the other people here have put their money in. Now I've put it in height order. By that I mean, who's done what, who's done the most and all this, but it's irrelevant. They've all given me money and they've all helped me out, but it was 8 people. Now I have donations from Nato Ryu, but Nato Ryu people, they donate to a different sort of fund. So of you 500 to 1,000 people, if you all just give $2 or $3, we're talking a few $1,000s there, which will just help me loads. I can buy some new kit, get some new stuff, etc. So what I have done for McCarty is I've put his name in my yin yang book, and with the other people, I'm also going to add them to the next book that I do. So anybody who donates here to me this Christmas, I'm going to put your name in the book, and the top donator gets top slot, and it will be in the book I am writing now. So this is it. If you're gonna donate, guys, no Patreon, no non-skippable ads. I never ask for money except for just before Christmas and on the first video back after Christmas. I just ask for donations. That's it. The rest of the year I do it all for free. I get a very small amount of money from YouTube, so it's all done there. So we're going to move on now, but please click the link and don't think, oh, I'll do it next time, I'll do this. Do it, guys, because 99.9% of people do not donate, and I'm literally asking a couple of dollars here and there. So please do it. Right, let's get on to what we've done. So I've just been back through my videos for the year, and I've got a list here done. So we started the year with Taisha Ryu. Now, unfortunately, Taisha Ryu's channel has not done very well, which is so surprising. They've pretty much stopped doing videos because they've got an excellent setup, a real historical school. They actually have great footage and they do great editing, but just their video didn't take off. And which is strange because they've got everything that I thought you guys would want. And I've worked with Alex Alera, and Alex is disappointed. The team at Taisha Ryu are disappointed. They've done all sorts, how to wear hakamas, how to eat food in Japan, swordsmanship training, and nobody is watching it. So only a couple of 100 hits here and there. So I think it's really bad that Taisha Ryu are such an asset for Japanese history and nobody is watching them, which I find really bad. So go and find Taisha Ryu's channel and get that done. And I'll try and put some links later. Now, I did start my yin yang book. I did the yin yang book and I put it out there, and I did actually start doing a series for that. But But it really didn't do well, guys. So Taisha Ryu didn't do well, and Yin Yang didn't do well. I thought you guys would go mental for Yin Yang, like Feng Shui, magic, esoteric sort of things, the 5 elements, all the stuff that everybody keeps going, oh, what about 5 elements of Kuji and all this? It's not about Kuji in it, but the point is that sort of esoteric world. Nope. Hardly any views. I just stopped doing Yin Yang videos. My publisher got annoyed with me because I didn't really publicize it, because I was like, nobody is watching it. Nobody is watching Yin Yang. So that was a little bit of a problem. Well, now we did do the Modern Samurai. Do you remember the Modern Samurai playlist? I did that to support Book of Modern Samurai. Modern Samurai did quite well. Playlist did quite well. Everything's happy there. That's good. Now 2021 is the year I really started researching Kenjutsu. Now I've got to be careful here. I don't mean Kenjutsu history. I'm not really that interested in the history of Kenjutsu, because it all leads to one place, and that is a change in style just before the Edo period. There appears to have been a massive change in swordsmanship styles just before the Edo period, making most of the styles today, even the older ones, very connected to this new wave of, it's called flowery swordsmanship, i.e. not battle hardened, prone, smashy, killy, death stuff. It's more zen orientated. So I am trying to go back at Kenjutsu before the flowery Kenjutsu started, but it's so difficult, and it's just one of those things. I'm putting trace elements in here, and this is why I've done the full combat stuff, but we'll get to that. Now, I've worked with Matt Easton this year from Scholar Gladiatora. We did one video which was excellent. It's got nearly 20,000 hits, I think, so far. And that was excellent. I did an interview with him, and I've been hoping to work with Matt for many, many years. I've also worked with Lars Anderson. My news video with Lars came out not days ago, and it's called Blindfold Archery, and I'm the narrator on that one, so do get over and see that if you've not done it. I've of course worked with Matthew Okuhara from The Guns, so Matthew's been on my channel. I've actually got 2 videos of Matthew's to upload, but they will come up over the Christmas holidays while, you know, I'm enjoying my sort of Christmas stuff. I can just quickly upload some of Matthew's videos because he's helped me out loads, and I've still not met Matthew yet in real life, but because of Japan, can't get there at the minute with the old, the flu from unknown origins, as Critical Drinker would say, who's a good guy, a good channel I like. Now, we did the Age of Samurai review. Now, I spoke to Nick from the Shogunate, whose channel has just gone stellar. Let's be honest, the Shogunate is literally wiping everyone off the planet when it comes to samurai research with his channel. He's just like, I am Nick the Shogunate. What's that? A leprechaun on this shoulder and an angel on this shoulder? And what's this? Pixie dust? Internet. Whoosh. I don't know how he does it. But I'm very happy for him, because he deserves it, because he's put the effort in. That doesn't mean the rest of us are not putting the effort in, but we've got devils on our shoulders, old crones, and the dust we've got is the dust from the Grim Reaper of Dai. Whereas Nick's like that golden boy. And we did the Age of the Samurai reviews. So he did his, I did mine before his, but his trounced mine. And I did individual episode reviews and everything. And I am not so harsh on those types of television programs, but it was still, contested, wasn't it, the Age of Samurai. Now, from that, we move on to the full contact stuff. Now, Ben McCarthy, the guy who gave me the money, he's pretty much funded all of that. And, of course, I'm going to give him full, proper credit when we do the first fights. And I'll put, sponsored by Ben McCarthy, because he really... I mean, it's the biggest donation I've ever had in my life, and it almost equaled all the other donations in one. And I can't say enough thanks for him, because he said himself, Anthony's done quite well in the world this year, and he says he just wanted to help out with the research, and it was a beautiful surprise and shock for me. I've also worked with Japan at War, so that's Stefan. If you don't know Stefan, you should go and see his channel. He's got an awesome channel. He's very bubbly, very good, and very much, wants to get out there talking about Korea and everything, and he's a dead nice chap. I'll chat to him on Skype when we can. We have a bit of internet problems between us, because I think he lives way far out somewhere, but on the whole we get to chat. He's got Japan and War done. Right, what's next? So another video that totally failed, in fact the one that failed the worst, was Story Dive. I did Ninja Historian or Ninja Expert or whatever, these titles they do. Reacts to ninja videos, and we spent weeks making it, and he gets 1 million views, 400,000 views, 1.5 million views, and I was like, yeah, let's go, Story Dive, thank you for your help. I was like, come on. 2,000 views on his channel. It's got 1 million, 200,000, 50,000, 40,000, 250,000, 4 million. There's like massive views all over, and it's like 2,000 views. What? So it's just like, so Story Dive dived. Which was a bit of a shame. That was a bit of a shame. We got a ninja scroll, thanks again to the donations, which was Araki Ryu Signal ninja scroll, which you saw, and I got. The coughing's gonna get bad now, guys, because it's just talking too long, so I'll try and make this a bit thingy. So we got a new ninja scroll in. Otaki Sensei died from Katori Shintoryu, so he died this year. And so did Thomas Cleary. Now they said deaths come in 3, but we didn't get the 3rd one. So, and I'm still alive anyway. So Otaki Sensei died, who was one of the best people within the Koryu I ever met. He was the nicest man I ever met. He was genius. Cleary I never met, but you know, I didn't. You know, he died, and I think he was only like 70, so it was a bit of a shame. Now I also did the Bushido list. I'm not finished with the Bushido playlist yet. But that really did not do well. So Bushido playlist was like, okay, everyone likes Bushido, so my new book's coming out, Book of Bushido, there we go, everything. And I was like, yeah, come on, let's do it. No, just interest. How is it you guys are not interested in Bushido? And not only that, I'm telling you the truth about Bushido. Here's what actually happens. Now, Matt Easton's got my copy of the script, and Nick the Shogun has got a copy of my script, and they were like, yep, sorted. Especially Nick the Shogun, he's the one who read it, and we sort of paid him for fact checking, just for in case, you know, because I don't do more that type of history. I do more the what did the samurai do. I had to check some of the history, and he was like, this is good, I haven't done it, and it seems good. The minute I start saying, did you know about the samurai? Look at the evilness of this samurai. This is real Bushido. Everybody's like, no, switch off. How can you not look? How can you love the samurai and ninja and not be watching Bushido? Totally crazy, people. Totally crazy. So that leads me on to what was popular this year. So Taisha Ryu, not popular. Okay, Yin Yang, the foundation of Japanese esoteric practice, not popular. Matt Okahara's doing his guns, showing everybody how to use guns around museums, not so popular. Japan at War I did, you know, with different armor stuff, so not amazing. Story Dive, like let's look at ninja movies you expect to be really popular, not popular. Do you know what was popular? Yes, the Bujinkan. Jesus Christ. So if we've not got some sort of soap opera going on about the Bujinkan, you guys don't like to listen, and I don't know why. So I'm looking forward to the comments below. But basically, it seems to me the people who watch this video only like sort of like episodic drama. Anthony versus the Bujinkan. What's happening this week? On last week's show, we found out that, you know, it's a bit like. So the reason I've done some Bujinkan videos is actually Stefan from the Japan at War. Stefan from Japan at War. I spoke to him on Skype, and I basically said, you know, I said about the Bujinkan stuff, and he said, yeah, but Anthony, think about the schools like Kukishin Ryu or Kukishin Den, the traditions of Kukishin. He said they're real families, real samurai families with a real history. And his dream is to try and pull out those, you know, the great stuff from the Bujinkan, which is just the organization name, and pull out those real samurai histories and bring them to the forefront. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn about Stefan's ideas, but it's a great idea, and I thought it's a good point actually, Stefan. So I will talk about the Bujinkan, but not what I'm trying to do is not talk about their ninjutsu, because I told you I've finished that, not the ninjutsu. We're going to talk about what's real in there. So hopefully we'll do a bit more of that. And of course I did a video to support the Bujinkan martial arts, and for some reason some of the Bujinkan members who, because it's Christmas, I'm not going to mention their name, took a real offence to the fact that I did a supporting video for the Bujinkan. One that everybody, including most of the Bujinkan, were like, yeah, Antoinette, I think that's quite a good analysis of it, and people are happy. And that did really well as a video. Go figure. So, right, guys. I'll get rid of this bloody cough. It could be COVID, it might not be, I don't know. I have done a test, but there's more to it than that. I've had COVID before, so the tests they give you here are not always reliable, so you have to tend off for a more expensive or a more impressive test. So I've done that, but I've been coughing for days now and they've just not got back to me. Let's see. So I'm going to round up now, but basically over the year, I think I've come to the conclusion that subscribers are not really the answer anymore. Subscriptions on YouTube don't really mean big hits, and also big hits don't necessarily come from well produced videos. It's just bizarre. Like, I did lots of effort on my yin yang ones and nothing, 300 hits. I did the same amount of effort on my Bujinkan video, 10,000 hits. So the amount of effort I put into the video doesn't seem to count. It just seems to be whether it's a bit soap opera-ish, you know, if it's like there's the drama and everybody's like, oh, what's the drama? People watch it. So yeah. So next year, I hope to be working more with Krista Jacobson. Now, I've cleared the air with Krista Jacobson, and we've been chatting about many things, and we're looking to try some better videos next year and try and get going. I have my first full contact fight hopefully next year. We were going to try and do it for December, but Christmas, it just weren't happening. They were the place they have shuts down. It's all a mess and driving and everything, reopening places, and I've got to get there from here and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to go for hopefully late January if we can get it sorted. I intend to move house next year, so I don't know how much videos I'll be able to do. I intend to really put into a new build, and but we'll see on that. Okay guys, before I bore the pants off you, so next year, more of the same. I'm going to try and get on with some swords and ship stuff. I'm going to try and get on with me and Krista. We're going to try and do some more depth in ninja stuff. I'm trying my best to put together some people who want to actually do some videos along with me. Of course, I'm going to carry on with Matt. I'm going to carry on with Stefan from Japan at War. Hopefully, I will do more Story Dive stuff. I'm not sure. The stuff we did on Story Dive didn't really work, so I'm not sure if Story Dive wants to carry on. I hope to get back on Matt Aston's channel. We've got an idea for something new, but it depends how well it's received on there. But I've got an idea for a new good video. And hopefully I'll play with Nick again. We'll get to talk to Nick again on his channel. I'd like to do another one with Nick. We nearly were meant to have this year The Man Who Killed the Ninja style documentary, but this year I've been working on a single book that's been so difficult, and I'm worried you guys might not actually buy it. But also, what you may not know, I've had one book cancelled. So one of my books has been cancelled. I wrote the entire book. They asked me to rewrite it because they weren't happy with some aspects. I rewrote it, which doesn't mean you write it again, you just rewrite sections. And they've cancelled it. They said it's too toxic for today's climate. So the book, I'm not going to give you the name because I'm still going to publish it with someone, but the book was a real harsh look at what is the samurai. And it was an analysis of what samurai did, comparing it to modern day, what goes on in the world today or within the 20th century. And they were like, Anthony, we cannot publish this. They are overreacting totally, but they were like, technically I could take them to court and all that out of contracts, but that's not what I'm there to do. I've got a good relationship with some of my publishers, so they'll pull that book from them, give it to someone else if they'll publish it. But you know, we live in a world now, don't we? You're not allowed to say what you think. You've got to say the rhetoric and the Big Brother sort of. If you don't say what Big Brother wants you to say, you're not getting it said. So, you know, God forbid you actually speak about the Nazis. You know, once upon a time we used to make fun of the Nazis, and they're a defeated enemy. It was okay, but now apparently, you know, you can't even speak about the Nazis and anything. So my comparisons in the book were all about all sorts, from headhunting, terrorism, Nazism, fascism. It was child pornography, not child pornography, child trafficking, child molestation, all sorts of stuff was on there. And they were like, no. I said, well, that's history. And they went, no. They said it's too political. I said, there is no politics in it. It's a history book, and it shows what goes on today. Too political. Like, I don't quite think they understand the word of political. You know what I mean? There is no politics in it, but because, of course, the left are very, like, aggressive now and will stop anything, it is literally cancelled that book because it's deemed that the left will be too upset by it. Also, I got approached by someone from the BBC who was writing their own story, to not go out through the BBC, but go out from someone else, and they basically did a story about a ninja and in today, and blah blah blah. And you know what the current thing is? That people who are not Japanese should not write about Japan, even if it's a fantasy story. That was what people at the BBC said, and what agents said, and it's the most ridiculous thing I've heard. You cannot write a fantasy story about there if you're not from there. How do you write a fantasy story about Atlantis then? Which body is stopping people from writing stuff? It's ridiculous. Nobody's stopping me writing about Japan. So they are so much in fear now. So books are being cancelled. There was going to be a young child series on ninja, research done by this person, my information put in, and it's been cancelled because of that. And it was going to go on to become possibly a show, and been cancelled because of lefty crap, wokeism. So that's what's going on. So even this woke bollock propaganda shite is affecting ninja research now because it's so retarded. So ridiculous. So I'm starting to get a bit hacked off with it, to be honest. So overall, guys, obviously a positive message for Christmas, but overall we're finding that people are not interested in the swordsmanship, they're not interested in the esoteric stuff, they're not interested in the brutality of it, they're not interested in the magic. There just seems to be no interest unless it's is the Bujikan real? So, which is a shame, but we are in possibly one of the worst years of history that we are going to have in our lifetime, which is wokeism and the flu. So, you know, we're in the middle of COVID still, and we've got the bloody left wing going ridiculous, and it's even affecting us. So it's, you know, us people who are just like, we're like ninjas. What the hell are you talking about? What do you mean Black Lives Matter and LGBT? We're talking about ninjas. Even Krista, I would like to point out that even Krista, a transgendered individual, doesn't mention it in the height of it. And I spoke to Krista, and Krista's like, nothing to do with ninjas, is it? You know, why are we even bothered? But of course, you know, that's where we're at. So if for those people who've got to the end of this video, which is usually very few, thank you for getting to the end. Sorry for a bit of a, not a depressing message, but a message, you know, like the message of like, oh right, you know, crap. Basically, next year we're going to keep trying, but I think I'm going to make a prediction. The Kung Flu is going to be 5 years long. Yep, it's going to be 5 years long. We've done 2, and we're going into like 2.5, and it will be, so I think by March we've done 2, I'm not sure, but it's going to be about the same as World War II. It'll be our World War II, the 5 years where life was crap, and that's what's going to happen. So, and then we'll move on, hopefully, to better places. So let's get it going. So we've got a few more years, guys, of this bollocks and utter shite. So we've got to do that, and then hopefully I'll get some more fights in. My aim is to do 60 fights against qualified Japanese kenjutsu people, and for fun, and see where we get over the next 10 years. So it's 6 fights a year, but it's struggling because most people are in America, and I'm not in America, and we're in the middle of a pandemic, and I can't afford to fly around the world just because some want to fight someone. Do you know what I mean? It's got to all meld in. So there we go. So if you've got to the end, please do donate, guys. The link's there. Just click it. If everybody gave $10 from this channel, 1,000 people that watch gave $10, 10 grand. Just to sort of go, right, I need to do this, I need to do that. I go to Japan, I need a new sword, I need a new computer, I need the, you know, my life would be easier. But what should go on my family trips goes on bloody internet research and stuff. And look how I've got a new, oh, I forgot to say, if you've not entered the Christmas competition, your art competition, get your stuff in, So hopefully that will go on, and we'll get that in the new year, or at least I'll do it just before New Year. Right, guys, donate. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you got to the end of the video and tell me which bits you think are surprising, which bits are not, and I'll do a video for the new year when we come in and see what we're doing. Right, guys, see you later.